First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
11. Sunday. 372. 26. Move.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
I'll go.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
A first down throw for Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Watch it now, Barney! Gun!
Mayfield on first down. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Here's Mayfield, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Mayfield to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
That's pulled in at the 32. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. And out now, here come the Bengals.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Move.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Green 80. Green 80. 372. Hey, 54, Ricky. Move.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. His throw incomplete. E.J. Gaines the one that time to knock it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Bortles. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, 1st quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Back near his goal line, here's Mayfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw, and that's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our mind?
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first down carry here for Johnson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
3rd and long for Mayfield. He'll air this one toward Coleman. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 17. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Here we go, here we go. Throw left.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Hey, 54, Ricky. Lucy.
Bortles now to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. I got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
2nd down, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. 43. Detroit. Detroit.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Green 80. Green 80. Green is up.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves them much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now let's go!
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And, oh, what a catch that time by Landry. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves that you'd wear in the...
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Bortles. And Eifert has it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this.
Let's go, let's go. Hank.
Now Bortles. To the left side here for Eifert. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. Pushing his way through. A good pickup there at 22. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
11B, 11B. Bunch right, bunch right, bunch right. Lucy, Lucy, Lucy. 11, 11. 3 to 10.
Bortles to throw on second down. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals add on to their lead. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right?
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off the squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And from down in Miami, an update. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now
Detroit,
from the 29.
Detroit! 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 Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now a former Buckeye back home. It's Carlos Hyde across the 30 to the 31-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Mayfield now on second down. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, and Joe could take it down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. A first down throw for Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Now let's go.
On second down, Mayfield again. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. First down, Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And again, it's Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he whips that one incomplete there. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
This is third and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game.
Detroit! Detroit!
Mayfield with it once more. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10. Bortles escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have the hook up to Ross. And now running right through it. A big play there for Cincinnati. 53 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Move. Slam. Under 10. Move.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Green 80.
Shotgun now for Bortles. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Now let's go. 319.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Underneath for Johnson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Gone. All right, now, lucky 56.
Mayfield on 1st down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jordan Willis, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Lucky 56. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. And with that, they're down to one remaining here in this second half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
To throw, Mayfield. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
So right, so right. Hey, let's go. Trips left, trips left. 372.
On play action, it's Bortles. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They find some open field here. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Omaha.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth.
Omaha. 380. Move.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there from 17 yards out. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. No. Off.
play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Set the tone, defense. Let's go!
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Dances by him. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
2nd down, Mayfield. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
380! 380! Move!
McCaffrey on the counter, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
4 down, 4 down. Check, check. Check, 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 check. Spread right, 72. Throw left, throw left.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And an alley to run. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. To the left side here for Eifert. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. McCaffrey following the penalty. And some room to roam now. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. That's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run here with Bernard. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. Santos now to add the PAT. Santos with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's going to air one out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Going back to Lander. This time he's got it. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box. Touchdown.
This will be fielded at the 6. And an alley to run. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the gun, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. It's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice gain.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Green 80. Green
Here's McCaffrey. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Make no mistake about it, that's a really dangerous place to run that play. But the way that they're spreading the defense horizontally, you've got to think that as the game goes on, they'll find opportunities vertically downfield as well.
He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Bortles going to throw here. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.